Holly, what's up, brother? What'd you think about Ryan's performance?
I think it's funny how he didn't call me out.
Are you surprised?
No.
Here, but we gotta ask, what do you think about that Ryan fight?
Went pretty good. He did his thing.
Yeah.
It was a masterclass performance. That jab he was popping, the way he was calm, cool, collective, literally. But I love the fact that he was using his combinations, and he stuck to the game plan. You know, he just had to stay calm. That's it.
Right.
Have fun. I was yelling, have fun. Just reset. Use your jab. That's it.
Right, he landing the right hand. I mean, he was really kind of cut. I think everyone, or at least the ringside, had him winning all the rounds.
Yeah. No, I believe it was a shutout. But look, you can't take nothing away from Barrios. I mean, Barrios is a tough son of a gun. He really is.
Got
Right.
champion, first champion, right? First championship belt.
Correct.
So I think he did well for the first time based on the circumstances
Now,
of being out for a while, you know.
Right,
a little
for sure.
rusty. I seen a little bit of rust, but once he got going with the flow of it, you know, he'll settle down a little bit, and you know, him and his dad know what to do going forward.
What do you think about that fight, man?
Amazing. Amazing. The kid looked amazing. I'm not here to do interviews right now. I'm trying to leave. I lost my ride. I'm not doing interviews.
Appreciate it, Sean.
Yes, sir.
When the first bell rang, the week's narrative didn't unfold, it detonated. This wasn't a calm chess match, it was tension punching back in real time.
I did expect him to get back up. And I told Holly, look, he's going to get back up. It's going to be a long fight. It's going to be a 12-round fight. Barrios is a world champion. He's nothing to lose. He's still a great human being, a great champion. And, you know, he was just outclassed by a fast.
David, what'd you think about Ryan's performance, man?
It was a good performance, man. He looked good. He looked good. He had good jab, good movement, good body shots, and bro, his speed is crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of good fights from him at 147. You know, this is a good bounce back from him because this is coming back from his first loss. I mean, from his loss with Rolly, and now he's a world champion again. So, you know, not only did he gain his confidence back, gain his mojo back, and now he's going to be a force to be reckoned with at 147.
Do you think Devin Haney rematch seems to be the obvious thing,
I think that's
right?
the only thing that's appropriate. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I want to see. You know what I mean? Also, you know, still got Rolly out there too. It'd be good fights. We got some good fights for Ryan. You know what I mean? So.
Garcia came out sharp and twitchy, firing fast combinations that seemed to come from multiple angles at once, laser-focused from the opening seconds.
What do you think of Ryan's performance? I think it was an amazing performance. Shouts out to Ryan, you're a world champ.
What you? I got. Obviously, you know, there's a lot of talk about different people that you can fight. Shakur's talked about fighting Ryan.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself in a fight with Ryan Garcia?
Man,
147?
Possibly, but look though, April 4th, DB3 Promotions is throwing our own show in the arena. 3 black men coming together as brothers. We're brothers. Right. DB3, we're throwing our own promotion. One of the only fighters that's doing it in the game. We're throwing it in the arena, April 4th, Trotway Arena, Norfolk, Virginia. It's going down.
Tonight's performance. Ryan, what'd you think about tonight's performance?
Nigga, he look crispy, look fast.
Hey, what's up, baby?
You could immediately see what Garcia meant about speed being the surprise factor. But here's the twist. Barrios responded exactly like a disciplined champion should.
Yeah, I think he's a great fighter. What a great performance. But ultimately, you know, Ryan can get it next. I believe that's the plans. If he wants it, he can get it next. So yeah, let's get it done.
Can you see this fight behind us with Mario Barrios? Are you shocked?
I'm super shocked.
Yeah.
Ryan in there doing his big one. He on top of his fast, he's sharp, his instincts, everything. It seemed like everything working for him tonight.
No panic, no overreaction, just the steady march forward. High guard, patient pressure. Barrios fought like a man who expected the storm. The early rounds felt like electricity versus gravity, Garcia flashing brilliance in bursts, Barrios grounding the pace, absorbing, adjusting, and making the fight uncomfortable inch by inch.
Ryan.
Congratulations to Ryan, man. No better way than to win a world title, welterweight, WBC, the one and only. Mauricio Suleiman, Jose Suleiman. Shout out to Ryan Garcia, man.
Were you surprised how dominant of a performance it was?
No, it's just depending on which Ryan you're gonna get, right? And we got the Ryan that everyone likes to see, King Ryan.
If we get that Ryan in a Devin Haney rematch, what happens?
Well, you can't put them guys in yet. We got me in division now. I'm going in that division, so we'll see.
De La Hoya, Oscar, crazy fight, man. Ryan had his number. Talk to us about the fight. What did you see in that fight?
Yeah, I saw a composed Ryan. I saw a focused Ryan. You know, I saw a Ryan that knew he had to win. You know, so therefore we saw a complete Ryan. We saw a Ryan that was well trained, that was determined to win that world title. And you know, at times, you know, when you throw those combinations and he lands, he was getting a little reckless. So it's like, hey, just get your composure, go back to your jab, have fun. That's exactly what he was doing.
As the round stretched, the energy shifted in waves. One moment, the crowd popped for Garcia's explosive flurries. The next, Barrios dragged the tempo into a rugged, physical rhythm, forcing exchanges instead of highlights.
I was going to say he did call out, you know, the man that you just faced, Shakur Stevenson. If that fight plays out, knowing Shakur, knowing his style, just what happens if Ryan faces Shakur?
No, la podía. Sí. Habla con él. Cuando yo lo llamo. Okay. Yeah?
What happens if this Ryan rematches Devin at welterweight?
Hey, man. Victor Conte ain't here, man. Got rest of soul, so we'll see where that goes.
Thank you, Tio.
I saw you yelling, jab, jab, jab.
Yeah, that's the key, man.
You know,
the jab is the key for every fighter. I mean, I would love to see more jabs in the game today, but once those fighters throw jabs, double, triple jab, there's no way of blocking them. Then you follow up with your combinations, then go back to the jab. You know, it's a thinking man's game.
You could see the psychology playing out in real time, urgency versus composure, momentum swings versus structure. There were bursts where Garcia's speed lit up the arena and stretches where Barrios' durability and timing quietly drained the momentum right back out.
I don't know, that's for you guys to say. I mean, I'm always gonna love the Luke Campbell one. That's like one that's always sticked in my heart that I had to fight through, got knocked down, was dazed. So that was always gonna be up there for me, but this was my most mature performance for sure. And my speed was on point, my jab was on point. A lot of things were on point. I mean, I pretty much did what I was doing in camp. Just to everybody, just like staying. I realized like I'm really faster than everybody. Why am I even like moving? I could just stay right there. Counter, 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 counter.
Neither man looked overwhelmed, just locked into two different definitions of control. That's what kept the fight so tense. It never held one rhythm for long. Each time it looked like one man was taking over, the other reset the tone, either with sharp counters or relentless pressure.
Man, it was a very, very dark time. It's like that passage in the Bible by David. He said, I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. That's what I felt like. You know, I was in a very dark place. Treating my body horrible, and it was hard to adjust to everything I had so quick.
By the championship rounds, the hype and press conference talk didn't matter anymore. It was discipline, conditioning, and mental stability under fire. A volatile, high-stakes fight where flashes of brilliance collided with relentless consistency, and the kind of performance that starts debates the moment the final bell echoes.
You know, I lost myself. You know, trying to fight for something, and I lost my mind to it, you know, because I was screaming out loud, oh, they're doing this, and I felt attacked for saying the things I did, and I felt lost spiritual attacks, and I lost it. You know, but God had a plan for me, and He brought me back and restored me, and that's all I did. That's all I can say about that.
And when the final bell leaves that tension hanging in the air, you can almost hear Oscar De La Hoya stepping into the aftermath with that promoter meets legend perspective, watching psychology and performance at the same time. He'd lean back, half impressed, half calculating, and say this was exactly the kind of fight where adrenaline, butterflies, and intention get exposed under the lights. Not in interviews, not in training clips, but in the gritty middle rounds where composure gets tested punch by punch. You could already picture Oscar pointing out how the sharper, recommitted Ryan showed flashes of the explosiveness he'd been promising all camp, while still acknowledging that Barrios' confidence and championship experience kept it from ever becoming a one-sided showcase. Because on nights like this, talent isn't enough. You need control, and you need nerve.
Great fight. Great fight. Amazing fight, actually. Probably one of the best fights that we've seen. In terms of just emotion, you know, in terms of just the whole build-up and the hoopla, it was a great fight. And what I'm proud of, actually, I have to say this, is that I got two young fighters in their prime inside one ring in New York, and the world was watching. That never happens.
That's a classic De La Hoya read. He never reduces a fight to speed or power. He watches for the mentality shift underneath it. He'd likely remind everyone that motivation was the key variable, and tonight you could see hunger on both sides, just in two different languages. One explosive, emotional, urgent, the other calm, stubborn, and strategically disciplined. And then comes that subtle point he always returns to, durability. The kind of line where he nods and says, when a champion gets hit and keeps coming, it changes the whole fight, without even declaring who took control. With momentum swinging the way it did, Oscar's reaction wouldn't sound like celebration or criticism. It would sound like fascination, like a legend watching two mindsets collide, knowing the real story isn't just the result, but what both fighters revealed when the pressure finally became real.
Tired after the first knockdown, because I noticed when Ryan would turn and do the shoulder roll,
you know what it is?
He would just swing and
he was getting
discouraged.
discouraged. He was getting discouraged, and that can wear you out as well.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, it can discourage you and it can get you tired.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening. I mean, Ryan's a big kid. Weighed in 140, probably was 160.
Yeah.
So we had two big guys up there, you know. So the difference was Ryan Garcia is a puncher.
Oscar's composed, analytical reflection gives way to a completely different energy when you picture Eddie Hearn reacting. Now the tone shifts from philosophy to business, sharp, animated, and excited. Hearn wouldn't be calmly unpacking lessons. He'd be pacing, eyes wide, talking about drama, moments, and value, like he'd just watched a financial thriller disguised as a boxing match. You could almost hear him saying the fight had everything: tension swings, momentum flips, psychological warfare in the middle rounds. The kind of bout where neither man let the story settle for more than 30 seconds. And that's the word Hearn would circle: unpredictability. He'd likely point to Garcia's bursts of speed as the danger spikes that lit up the arena, creating instant surges of belief and panic in the same exchange.
We saw behind closed doors that kind of atmosphere definitely has an effect on performance.
Right.
But you know you know what to expect, and I just feel like, I was actually quite not disappointed. I was quite upset that Ryan didn't perform, because I was really pleased for him that he turned his life around. To see him on that Devin Haney fight week, the difference between that and seeing him here on fight week, he looked great. Like, his face looked fresh again, great looking kid. And I was thinking, wow, he's back.
Big boxing update coming soon. Subscribe and turn on notifications.